That was fun. The music you want.
Hello! Hello, this is Roy, ready for liftoff! It's been such a long time since I said that. Chris, LeBeau, Toast, hello! It's been way too long. Guys, I'm so sorry my break ended up being so long. But I didn't wanna start off just thanking you all, for just being so supportive while I was away. You know, I didn't have the time to respond to everything, but honestly, guys, your comments really mean a lot to me. They cheer me up every time I see them. Thank you, guys. It's okay. We hope you had a great break. It was it was something. It was something for sure. But you know, I do have quite a few stories to share for y'all. At the very least. But yeah, it was something for reals. So, if you guys didn't know, I was out on a work trip for most of last week. Magu Kapu, hello, welcome. But guys, it was honestly like so stressful. I was like just melting the whole time. So it was like a pixel business trip basically, where I had to go out and like do my pixel work somewhere I had never been before. I meet just like a bunch of new people. The people for the most part were fine. There's some kind of there's like a little drama, but like I stayed clear of it. So that part was okay. It was just like the work ended up being a lot more than I was anticipating. And so I was like, my shift was let's see, it was like 8 to 6 every day, so not too bad, but like it was still like a 50-hour week for me. So still a lot of work, and I was just so tired. I was I was thinking, like, oh, okay, I'll work and then I'll get to my hotel and I'll do some stream stuff. That was my plan. I was like, okay, I'll have like a little time, like maybe 2 hours after work every day to just like work on my stream stuff. But no, I was so tired. I would just like watch a movie while eating and then I would pass out. Ugh. Work is icky, but at least you got to travel. Yeah. I got to go to San Diego, everyone. That was pretty exciting. Oh, drama. I wish I could like say it, but I feel like it would give away too much info about my top secret pixel pixel work. I will be sharing some work secrets today, but not that kind of work secret. I went to San Diego. If you guys don't know what San Diego is, it's like a town in California, and it's known for a zoo. There's the big San Diego Zoo, and I think it's pretty famous. San Diego sounds like a song name. I could see that. But yeah, so the San Diego Zoo was so pricey. It was $70, guys. $70. I actually wasn't planning on going, but a few of my friends joined me on this work trip, which was nice. So one of them really wanted to go to the zoo, and it was kind of funny because I actually overslept and missed the meeting where we were gonna decide, where we were like planning what we were gonna do in San Diego. So they just decided to found me. I was like fine with that. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry I missed the meeting. You guys just decided to found me. But anyways, apparently, like they told me later that like one of them really wanted to go to the zoo, and the other two were like, nah, we're not paying $70 for that. So like the whole time, like they were just like memeing. They were like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to the San Diego Zoo, but like we're not actually, because it's $70, right? So I was like, okay, we're not going, right? We're just gonna do something else. And then we get to San Diego, and then we just the whole drive, we're like, we're going to the zoo, right? And then we ended up actually going to the zoo, and we just paid $70 each. Andy, hello, welcome back. It's been a while. Pretend you're a newborn child. I get it free. Yo, when I was like with them, they were actually like, hey Roy, you should say you're 16 years old because you'll get a discount. I was like, nah. My pride as a grown pixel businessman can't allow for that. Do I look 17 to you guys? Do I sound 17? Can I pass off as a 17? You could 16? Really? That's insane. Maybe I should have taken advantage of that. $70 is a lot of money. Your voice could really? Nah, I feel like actually at work so like I was just like helping complete strangers at work, and they were like, they saw me, and at least two people came up to me, or like I was just like talking to them about like work stuff, and then they just suddenly were like, are you 22 years old? Like 2 people said that to me. 2 people thought I was 22. I was like, I don't know. I don't remember how old I am. Actually, guys, I got really nervous because one of them was like a really important person. They weren't like the CEO or anything, but they were like pretty important. They're pretty important, and they were like, "Are you 22?" And I was so nervous that I was like, "Oh, no." And they're like, "Oh, how old are you then?" And I was like, 30. Guys, I'm not 30. I lied about my age. I'm for sure not 30, but I don't know why. I actually said 30, and I was. Yuki, hello, welcome. So you're a CEO? I'm not a CEO yet. You sound like you're about to rant about Undertale lore and bio class. That's the mood your voice gets. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I should feel if I should feel happy that I sound young and youthful and spirited, or if I should feel insulted by that. But yeah, I don't know why I did that. I said it. I think I was like so nervous that I like legit forgot how old I was, and so I just said 30 because like it just sounded like a you know, a normal age. And then now someone out there thinks I'm 30 when I'm not. I was false advertising. I like walked away from that conversation like, wait, am I really 30? And I was like, wait a second, I'm not. And then I was like, oh no. But like it was too late. I couldn't just go back and be like, oh wait, I lied about my age. Like, you know, I can't just do that, right? So there's just someone out there now who just does not know how old I am correctly. You have to prove you're a mature man. Exactly. You're not 22? I don't think I'm 22. I think I'm a little older than that. You have to commit to it. You're not 30. Nah, 30's too old. 30's too old. Not 30, guys. 30's an old man. Amnesia is hard indeed. It is. I should have said like a normal age, like, you know, 24. 24! I think 24 would have been a good age to say. Just not 30. 24 to 27. I think it's more realistic. Even 23 may have been okay. I don't know why I said 30. What the heck? But anyways, we went to the zoo, guys. We went to the renowned San Diego Zoo. I would show you pictures, but I haven't had a chance to like censor them, cause a lot of the enclosures were glass. So so you got to see my face. And my face was like, you know, like, of course I was, you know, as good looking and handsome as always. But I was like maybe a little less handsome because I was on a business trip, and like I wasn't sure if my company was gonna pay for me to bring what is it called, checked luggage. So I could only bring, I only brought carry-on, and at least I'm pretty sure this is global. I think this is a global thing, but you aren't allowed to bring like large liquid. Sorry, I can't talk anymore. It's been too long since I've streamed. You aren't allowed to bring like large liquid containers in your carry-on luggage. It's illegal. So I couldn't bring any of my skincare stuff at all. So I was just using the hotel stuff, and it was like not good. And I think the water was not good either. Like something felt off about the water there. I would not trust San Diego water. So let's just say I was like looking just a little bit a little less handsome as usual, but like of course, you know, on average, you know, I was still, you know, way above the average person in handsomeness. But it's okay. I've since recovered. I don't know. I think the water where I live is really nice, actually. Or wait, no, it's not nice. It's actually, it sucks. The water here objectively sucks. But there's just the air. Something about the air here is a lot better. But point is of that whole tangent, guys. I feel like I wrote out a list of topics I was gonna say, and I was like, whoa, this is kind of long. Maybe this is gonna end up being like a 30-minute stream or something. But like at this rate, I keep going off topic. And I think this might end up being a kind of long stream. So sorry about this, guys. If you were expecting a short life update, you guys are in for a wild ride about my whole life story. Are you ready for Roy's biography in San Diego? 30 is how old people have kids. In my opinion, 30 is old. I actually heard that like after 30 it becomes more difficult to have kids, which is crazy because I feel like when I'm 30 I'm still not gonna be ready to have kids. Actually insane. Okay. Let's focus, everyone. The zoo. We're talking about the zoo. Okay, so before I talk about the zoo, there's some important backstory you guys have to know about me. So I kind of recently, like maybe a few months ago, decided on a favorite animal. Honestly, maybe I decided this like a month ago or even a few weeks ago. I don't remember, but it was very recent that I decided on my favorite animal. Can you guys guess? Can you guys guess what my favorite animal is? Guess. New Roy lore? It is New Roy lore. Actually, someone asked recently-ish what my favorite animal was, and then I said something, but afterwards I changed my mind. So it's not the animal I gave on stream before. So I still really like that animal. Chipmunk. Wait, why? I don't know why. I feel like a little offended by that one. I feel a little offended by that answer. A fox. That's a good answer. I like foxes a lot, but the answer is not a fox. No. Very close. In that, I do like foxes a lot. I feel like a fox could be my favorite animal because they're just so cool. But I think they're like too mainstream. Like I want it to be more hipster about my animal favorite choice. So it's not a fox. Chipmunks are cute. They are cute. I do think chipmunks are cute. But I don't know. When I think of chipmunks, I just think of like Alvin and the Chipmunks. And it's like, are you guys saying I have a really high-pitched voice or something? Watching me is just watching a Nightcore stream. Is it some kind of bird? It's not a bird. It's not a bird. I know some people are really into birds, but like honestly, I'm not a bird person. Like there are so many birds at the San Diego Zoo. I just kind of like walked past them because they like after a while birds just look the same. I don't know, but I like capybaras. I did see capybaras at the zoo. They were interesting. They were very popular. Capybaras are very popular. There was like a huge crowd in front of the capybaras at the zoo. And there was like a ton of capybaras and they're just like sitting there. But it's not a capybara. A red panda. Oh, I also saw red pandas at the zoo. Actually, that's kind of crazy. I've never seen a red panda IRL before, so it was really cool seeing the red pandas at the zoo. They were kind of far away, and they got relocated to like a different exhibit, like because their main exhibit was like under renovation, so I didn't see the full red panda experience, but they were really cool. They're like tiny. Red pandas are tiny. I thought they were like gonna be a little bigger. They're tiny. They're teeny tiny. And then they have like big tails though. Like the tails, you guys don't understand. The tails are so fluffy. Like the red panda tails, it's actually crazy. Also, they honestly just like look like the pictures too, which is also crazy. They're like, a lot of the animals honestly were kind of catfish. Like the hippos for real were catfish. But like the red pandas were, they look that good IRL. Capybaras are so silly, they look like food. Wait. I don't think you understand how big a capybara is. I love seeing bears and wolves. Bears and wolves are pretty cool. I saw a lot of bears. They're kind of scary, honestly. I think like when a bear stands up on its hind leg, it's a little scary. But when it's like when it's kind of just laying there like a lump, it kind of looks like a blanket, like a really fuzzy blanket. But I like bears. I saw some bears and they're running around. They're really cute. Bears make me feel like I'm gonna get eaten and hugged at this. Oh, I could see that. I could see that. Yeah, it's like a blanket that could eat you. Is it a reptile? It's not a reptile. Is your favorite mammal? Is your favorite animal a mammal? It is a mammal, I think. Yeah, pretty sure. Like 99% sure it's a mammal. 99.99% sure it's a mammal. It's not a reptile. I did see, guys. I'll try to show a picture later. But I saw like this alligator. I saw this little alligator. It was like a tiny. It was either. Wait, okay, I don't know if it was an alligator or a crocodile, but it was like so tiny. I was like right up on the glass and I was like floating, and it looked so funny. Is it a platypus? It's not a platypus. I actually didn't see any platypuses at the zoo. Snakes are amazing. How could... Guys, I saw the biggest snake of my life at the zoo. It was like... It was like thicker than my head, and it was probably double my height. So like 14 feet maybe. It was huge. It was actually giant. Like if I saw that thing in the wild, I would run. It was so scary. Perry the platypus? I didn't see Perry the platypus either. I love finding snakes and then picking them up. You know, I've actually never seen a snake in the wild, which is kind of crazy because I used to live somewhere where snakes are pretty common. And I've just been to like a lot of places where there's like snakes, where it's known that there's snakes out there, but I've never seen one IRL. Like, I've gone hiking a lot of times, and then like the people I go hiking with are like, oh, there's a snake right there, and then I always miss it. So I've never seen one like IRL in the wild. I only do it with the safe ones. I feel like snakes are pretty chill. Like I heard garden snakes are like they're just chill, you know? Snakes are cool. They are cool. Okay. Thank you all for the guesses, but drum roll please, everyone. My favorite animal is the okapi. Okapi. I love okapi. You guys probably would have never guessed that. Okapi, they're so cute. And also my favorite Animal Crossing villager was the okapi, and then he was so cool and so chill, and I just like said good morning to him every day, and then he was always like so chill and nice and kind. And you know, every time I was sad, I would be like, hey Pappy, like you know, I'm not feeling good. He'd be like, do you want to trade furniture? And I'd be like, okay. And then he'd give me a trash can. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so motivating. You're right, Pappy. It's not trash cannot, it's trash can. You're right, it's so true. Anyways, it's what the it's not weird. It's okapis are great. They're so cool. I love okapi. So yeah. I before we went to the zoo, I googled, are there okapi at the San Diego Zoo? And then Google was like, there's okapi at the San Diego Safari Zoo. And so apparently there's two zoos. There's two San Diego zoos. There's like the normal zoo with like the cages and the exhibits, and then there's like a safari zoo where like the animals are just kind of roaming around, and then you like drive around through the animals, I think. But we just went to the normal zoo. I heard the safari zoo is better, but one of my other friends had already gone there before, so we went to the normal zoo. So Google said that there was okapi in the safari zoo, but not the normal zoo. So I was like a little disappointed. But I was like, oh, it's okay. I wasn't planning on going to the zoo anymore. Anyways, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But then when we were walking around the zoo, I saw a sign for the okapi. I was like, oh my gosh, guys, it's an okapi. I asked them to take a picture of me with the sign. Julius, hello, welcome. No okapi, hazukashi. No, but there were okapi because the sign said so. So I made my friends like follow the sign to get to the okapi, and then we kept walking, and then the signs for the okapis vanished. As in, like, I think we missed it because like we kept walking and there were no more okapi signs. But like I knew we were on the right track because we went by a store and the store had okapi plush. And I was shocked because I was like thinking like, oh my gosh, if I saw an okapi plush, I would buy it. Because like, who the heck makes okapi plushes, right? Like no one even knows what an okapi plush, like an okapi is. So who would make a plush of it? But then someone, they were selling okapi plush. So I own an okapi plush now. And I'm really happy. His name is Okapi. That's why I named him Okapi. Anyways, I was like a little sad. I was like, where's the okapi? But I was like, you know, it's okay. I wasn't really thinking I was gonna see one IRL anyways. So I was like a little sad, but like we just kept going. And what a creative name. Thank you. Thank you. So we kept going, and eventually we got to like the end, and then we were just like there, and then there was some like zoo lady there, and then my friend knew I was like a little sad about the okapi, so she went up to the zoo lady and she was like, hey, excuse me. We were looking for the okapi, but like we didn't see it. Do you know where they are? And then the zoo lady was like, oh, yes, the okapi. They were temporarily removed due to renovations to their exhibit. Sorry about that. I was like, no, I've been pronouncing okapi wrong my whole life. But you know what? I think okapi sounds better than okapi, so I'm just gonna keep saying okapi. But anyways, I was also very, very upset that they were removed. I was like so close, but it's okay. It made me feel better because I was like, am I just like lost or something? Like, did we just walk past it and I'm like dumb? But like they were just gone. You taught all of us how to pronounce it wrong too. Look, if I teach enough people how to pronounce it wrong, then that'll become the correct pronunciation. That's how it works. That's how it works, right? That's how it happened to my friends too, because like they didn't know what an okapi was either, and I like kept talking about it the whole time we were in the zoo. I was like, okapi. And then they were like saying okapi too, and then like my friend, like, she asked the lady about the okapi, and the lady was just like, yeah, the okapi. Me when I spread misinformation on the internet. Anyways, that was the zoo. It was pretty fun. I don't think there were any other major highlights. There was like a hummingbird place, but like we saw 0 hummingbirds. Actually, we did see hummingbirds, but they were like so fast we couldn't even see them. So that was kind of like a little disappointing. But yeah, the zoo was fun. It was kind of rainy, which wasn't good. But it was like kind of good because there was like one point where we were like hiding, or like we were watching. What was it? It was like a bobcat. No, was it a bobcat? It was like a mountain lion. Yeah, we were at a mountain lion exhibit. So the mountain lion was just chilling there like on some stones watching us. It was funny because it was like there was like a little mountain in the exhibit, and the mountain lion was like at the very top of the mountain, like on some rocks, just like looking down on us humans. Like I swear that mountain lion was like, oh, look at those humans on the floor, not like me on the mountain. Like it was like, you know, making fun of us for real. And then it started raining, and then the mountain lion made the funniest face ever. Like I didn't take a picture, so I can't show you guys, but like it just looked so distressed. Because it started raining, and there was like no zoop. I don't know why I can't talk today. There's no roof in the exhibit, so like it got like wet, and then it like jumped off of the mountain onto like the bottom of the exhibit, and the bottom of the exhibit was below us humans. So now we were looking down on the mountain lion, and it looked so sad. But yeah, that was the zoo. Oh, there's some elephants too. Wait, watching elephants eat is actually crazy. They use their, like, I knew about this, but like seeing it IRL was insane. Like they use their trunks to pick up their food and bring it to their mouth, and it was crazy. Like their trunk control is crazy. They could like snap a human in half with that thing. Like they were eating like branches, like they were eating huge, like giant full-length tree branches, not like the thin weak ones. Like these were like grown tree branches, and they were just snapping those branches in half and just eating them up. That was kind of scary. I think if an elephant tried to eat me, I'd be terrified. Elephants are so amazing. Elephants scare me, right? They are scary. They are amazing in some ways. They're amazing how scary they are. Mountain lion, the snacks coming in. Like, actually, you know, we were like super crowded up against the mountain lion exhibit because it was rainy, and there was like on the human side of the exhibit there was a canopy. So while it was rainy, like all the humans would gather underneath to avoid the rain. Yeah, actually, because it was raining, I think there weren't that many people, which was pretty nice. So most of the exhibits were pretty uncrowded, which is really, really nice. I also got to see a lot of tigers, which was really cool. Tigers used to be my favorite animal before I remembered that I love okapi. So I got to see a lot of tigers, which was really nice. Like the tigers were really active for some reason. They were just like all up against the glass. Like sometimes when you go to the zoo, like the animals are just like sleeping in the back, you know, for privacy reasons. But these tigers were like everywhere. And like the leopards too. Yeah, they were just up against the glass. Like they were, you know, they were like playing with us. It was cool. I gotta take a selfie with them. That's how close they were. They're big but very intelligent and gentle. I don't know, like if an elephant like ate me, I would cry. Yeah, that was roughly my zoo experience. Very fun. They sell alcohol at the zoo. Did you guys know that? I was a little surprised. There's like an alcohol stand. There's like a little bar at the zoo. Eat me gently, please. Nah, it's gonna. You guys don't understand. It snapped those twigs in half. So like snap. It was scary. Get drunk at the zoo. Right? I feel like it's kind of dangerous, right? To like drink at the zoo. There was also no bag check really. We just like walked in. I was a little shocked. But yeah, it was pretty cool. It gave me like really like amusement park vibes because it was $70. I guess I could see why. It was like a world famous zoo. If you're ever if you ever go to San Diego yourselves, like, I would kind of recommend going. Honestly, I didn't think it was really worth the price. Maybe like it was okay, but I don't know, it was just kind of pricey. But I mean, it was cool. The animals were cool. But yeah, that was my zoo experience. Glad I went. A little sad about the okapi, but you know, glad I got my hopes up. I got that at one point. I was excited about the okapi. even though it was fake happiness. Um anyways, also guys, with that story over, I now remember that I was gonna talk about you guys a little bit before I told my zoo story. Guys, did you guys like my videos? Did you guys like my clips? My clip videos? If you did, give a big thank you to Julius. I don't know if Julius is still here, but Julius was the one who made those clips for me a long time ago. I'm really happy I finally got to show them because they were really funny. I hope you guys found them funny as well. It's honestly really interesting because I feel like kind of my style of commentary has changed like just a little bit since then. So it's really interesting watching it again because I feel like, you know, at least I could tell like that I've changed a little bit. which was interesting. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed the VTuber introduction as well. I'm gonna make a post about it later, but I actually did the VTuber introduction before, and like comparing my OG VTuber introduction as like Pixel Me back when I was Pixel versus the one I just made, it like you could tell like there's been a lot of growth. I feel like I've improved a lot. I don't know how long ago those clips were, but you sounded like a high schooler. I'm glad I've grown older. I was not a high schooler. They're not that old. They're not that old. They're pretty old though. It's like over a year old at least though. But like I was not a high schooler last year. So I do think I sound older though since then, which is a little crazy. Maybe this is my second puberty. Cause yeah, like I thought your voice stopped changing after like you turned like 20 something, but like I feel like my voice is still changing. So I don't know. It reminds me how new of a viewer I am. It's okay. I took a very long break. I'm basically a new person. Okay, let's see. What else do I want to talk about? Okay, I wrote a list of things I was gonna talk about today because my memory sucks, and if I didn't write this list, I would definitely forget things that I wanted to talk about. And I would definitely run out of things to talk about, even though I had more things to talk about. But I'm reading my list, and then the next thing on my list is a Buca di Beppo. And I could not remember the name of Buca di Mezzo for the life of me. Like I'm pretty good at names after like it's told to me like 10 times. I can remember it, but like Buca di Beppo, like I was like Peppo di Italiano. Like I just could not remember it at all. But Buca di Beppo, guys, is like this Italian restaurant. I think it's a chain restaurant. And it's crazy because they sell like I was gonna say life size, but that's not the word. What is it called? They sell giant servings of pasta. Like it's expected that each serving feeds like 2 people, I think. So there were 4 of us and we ordered 3 servings of pasta between us, and we couldn't finish them. Like huge pasta. Wait, I'm gonna Google Buca di Beppo right now. Maybe there's images. Buca di Beppo. Oh my gosh, I thought it was Peppo. No, it's Beppo. It's Buca space Bi space Beppo. If you just see the images, it's like the pasta is huge. It was pretty okay. It wasn't like the best pasta ever, honestly, but it was okay. But like I was just shocked because the pasta was actually so huge. But it was kind of interesting. It was like, because it was so huge, like, I guess the expectation is you eat it family style. So usually, like, you know, like every person has like their own pasta dish, right? But no, we ordered like 3 big pastas and then we shared all 3 big pastas, which was pretty fun, you know, because like we got a no. Oh my gosh, wait. No, wait, we didn't order 3. We only ordered 2. We only ordered 2 pasta dishes and we couldn't finish them. That's how big they were. That's how big they were. I was like 2, that seems like so little, but like no, we only ordered 2 pasta dishes and they're too big for us. Pasta's so filling. Yeah. And the thing is, like, pasta's so filling too. So it was intense, but it was fun. Also the restaurant looks crazy. If you Google Buca di Beppo, hopefully like the images come up for you guys. Like the inside of the restaurant actually looks like the pictures. Like it looks insane. Like there's like a million paintings on the wall, and it's crazy. I think I'd die if I ate that. It was pretty decent, but yeah, you're not supposed to eat it alone. You're supposed to go with friends and just like share family style, which I think is a really cool concept because like you gotta like try out all the pasta, right? Instead of just being limited to like your own choice. But yeah, there was some drama though at Buca di Beppo. I think my friend got a little traumatized because like she had been there before. She was actually the one who really wanted to go, so we went with her. And then, so we went on her suggestion. And then, so she was like hyping it up. And she was like, Buca di Beppo. I was like, Buca di what? But anyways, we got there and she was like, okay, so we're gonna get pasta and we're gonna get free breadsticks. And she was like really hyped about the free breadsticks. And then there was like this really awkward conversation between her and the waiter about the free breadsticks. Because the waiter or the waitress was like, she was like, are you guys interested in the breadsticks? And then my friend was like, oh yeah. And then the waitress was like, which one? The garlic, the toasted, or the sour bread? I forgot what she said, but it was like bread types, right? And then she was like, the waitress was like, that's $12 each. And then my friend was like, we just want the free ones. And then the waitress was like, the normal ones, and my friend was like, yeah, but like they were talking so quietly at this point, like I don't think either of them were really like understanding each other. So then they just like left each other, or like the waitress left, and then we never got our bread. I don't understand. And then my friend got so mad about it, because like she like asked for bread, and then we never got our free bread, and then we finished our pasta at that point, and then like the bread still hadn't come. So like we like asked some other guy to come, like about our free bread, and then he gave us the free bread. He was really nice. But to make sure no one's around, and then my friend was like so annoyed at that point. That's so annoying. Right? Yeah. That was like so rude of the waitress. Like what the heck? She like clearly asked, like specifically asked if we wanted bread, and we were like, yes, the free ones. And then she didn't give it to us. Like what the heck? But anyways, the guy was like super nice about it. He was like, oh, I'm sorry about that. I could check if there's like any leftover bread. Cause like at this point, I think the problem was also like we came really late. Like the restaurant was kind of close to closing. It was like 45 minutes away from the closing time, which is like not too bad, right? Like usually I think the kitchen sometimes closes like 30 minutes before like the restaurant actually closes, but we got there like 45 minutes early before the restaurant closed, and like we ordered so fast. We got there and like we ordered right away. Like we ordered the food, so like it was fine. But we actually left before like some of the people that like were already eating there, so like I don't know why they like hated us, or like that one waitress really hated us, but But yeah, they were like closing by the end of it, and so the guy was like, "Oh, I'll see if you have leftover bread," and they did, and then he gave it to us. So he was really nice. And then my friend was like so annoyed at that point. She just like handed him $10, like a $10 cash tip, and then she left a $1 cash tip for the waitress, even though she wasn't actually our waitress. We were just talking about if the guy was gonna tell if the guy was gonna tell the waitress that he got tipped $10. Anyways, that made me feel kind of like a criminal, just tipping $1 to the waitress. But like, she was also just kind of rude. Like when she was taking our order, she was like really trying to like hurry us up, even though we were like, we knew what we were doing. Like we just told her what we wanted. But anyways, Buca di Beppo. Would recommend going just for the experience of the giant pasta and the potentially rude waitresses. Okay, let's see. What else is on my list of things to talk about? Ate yummy food but no utensils. Oh my gosh. It's making me hungry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna talk about some more food. So whenever I go on a work trip, I get some money from my company to spend on food, and like a pretty good amount of money, honestly. So I would just order like Uber Eats every day and like get like the good food every day. But guys, the problem is in San Diego, I think there's a law where by default, if you order something on Uber Eats, they're not going to give you any utensils. They're not going to give you any utensils, and you have to select the utensils separately. So I would always forget to do that, because where I live, like that's not usual. That's not normal. Like they usually just give you the utensils, or actually usually I just order it to my house, so it doesn't like matter because I have utensils. But like I was at a hotel, so I didn't have utensils, so I ordered like the fanciest lobster pasta dish ever. It tasted so good, by the way, but I did not have a fork. So guys, you know what I had to use? You know what I had to use for my lobster pasta? They didn't have utensils in my room, in my hotel room, but they did have coffee. Like a coffee maker. Your hands, no, I did not use my hands. That's different from Germany. Yeah, I honestly hate tipping. Like I feel like restaurants should just pay the workers like a normal wage, right? And like if it's extra good, maybe you tip. But like I hate how like it's like expected that you should tip, because it's like not clear really like how much you should tip. So it's really weird. It's like just kind of awkward all the time. And like sometimes like in the US, like, or actually I think it's really common these days, like you'll get like pickup, but then you'll have the option to tip, and it's like, what am I tipping for? You know, like I'm picking up the food. Like, am I tipping this guy $2 for handing me my takeout? Like, it's, I don't know. And then it's like sometimes like you get like a drink, like you get boba or something, and then there's like tips too, and it's like, do I tip? It's like, for what? Like, for what? Like, for making my food? But then it's like, but I don't tip the chefs at restaurants for making my food, so it's like, I don't know. So I would prefer just a not tipping culture and just paying a little extra more upfront for the food. Video City, hello. You're right. It's the Pixel Prince of the Milky Way. Coffee straws or chopsticks? Close, toast. Very close, very close. I bring chopsticks with me everywhere. Yeah, I regret it, honestly, not bringing chopsticks. Waiters are subject to the whims of the customer. Yeah, for the waiters too. So I heard honestly though that like some places here in the US, like because of the tipping culture, like the waiters like make just so much money. Like if they serve at like a pretty like not even a high-end restaurant, but like a more expensive restaurant, they can make a lot. Like I have a friend who's a waiter, and I think he would make like $40 an hour on tips. which was crazy. Sometimes there's auto tip, but there's spot for you to tip, so you double. Yeah, what the heck? I know what you mean. It's I don't like tipping culture here. But yeah, it's very controversial, and I feel like it's so set in stone. It's not gonna change. Maybe I should be a waiter. Yeah, it's actually insane. He bought like a really nice car. He bought a really nice car just as a waiter, because the tips are so nice. He works pretty hard though. Like he works a lot of hours, and he's like super outgoing. So he makes like a lot of friends just like with his waiter job. What was I talking about? My lack of utensils. Yes, very close toast. It was not coffee straws. I had to use the coffee stir sticks. They're just like wooden stir sticks, and I use them as like chopsticks basically. Or like I think one of the days I was dumb and I forgot to order utensils for 2 of the days. One of the days I used 2 as chopsticks. The other day I didn't want to waste them, so I used 1 and I just like poked the pasta. I think I just used a single one, and I poked through the pasta. They were just like the like butterfly pasta. I forget what it's called, but it's like the butterfly shaped pasta, and I would just like poke through them and just like eat them. It was really yummy though. You silly. Oh, I'm sorry. I was too tired from work. Like a toothpick and cheese. Yeah, like that. Bow tie. Yeah. It was bow tie pasta. That's what it's called, bow tie pasta. Sorry, I need to like stretch my jaw. I feel like it's like one loud exclamation from being locked in place, and I don't need that in my life right now. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. So yeah, while I was eating my yummy food, including my lobster pasta, I was watching movies, cause there's like a giant television in the hotel room, and so there was Amazon Prime on the television. I was like, oh, I have an Amazon Prime account, so I logged in, and then there was, I was shocked because I had never actually used Amazon Prime before, like for movies, and there's actually. Excuse me. There's a lot of pretty good free movies on Amazon Prime. I mean, it's not free because you need Amazon Prime, but there's like a pretty decent selection. So I was able to watch a lot of fun movies. So the first movie I watched, I don't think this one was on Amazon Prime. I think I used my friend's Netflix account, but it was called Leave the World Behind. It's We're about to enter movie critic Roy era. The movie critic portion of the stream. So it was called Leave the World Behind, and so it's about this family who goes to an Airbnb as a very what is it called? Like when you like make the decision in the spot. There's a word for that. Just suddenly. Like they spontaneous, yes. They decided to have like a very spontaneous trip to like this fancy house in the middle of nowhere, basically. Like actually just in the middle of the forest almost. But it's like a very modern looking house. And the movie's called Leave the World Behind. So they go there. And I think it's because they're so stressed about their daily lives, they decide to kind of escape it for like a little vacation over the weekend. So they drive out to this house, and it's like super fancy, and they're like starting to bond a little bit, and it's just like a really fancy modern looking house. There's like a fancy pool, but it is kind of just in the middle of nowhere. Like there's this forest around them with like no towns really. And then so they're there, and then suddenly like on the second night, there's like, they realize they lost all Wi-Fi And they're like, what the heck? Like, the Wi-Fi isn't working, the TV isn't working, and it's like, what's happening? And then there's a knock on their door, and they open it up, and then there's a guy there, and he's like, hey, like, there's a blackout in the city, and it's crazy, and there's no Wi-Fi going on, so we were worried. Can we stay the night? And then the people who were renting the Airbnb are like, what the heck? Like, no, this is crazy. Like, we don't know you. And then the guy who's like knocking at the door, and his daughter's there too. He's like, oh, well, we're actually the owners of this Airbnb. And then it's like a whole thing where like the husband that's staying at the Airbnb is like, oh yeah, I mean, look, it's like there's a blackout. We should, and this is their place, right? So we should let them stay. And then the wife, though, she's like, what if they're lying about being the owners? Like, we don't have like proof of that. Like, yeah, they knew my name and they have the same name as the Airbnb owners, but maybe it's like a plot, right? Like, this is kind of sus. So like, she's like not trusting at all. And then there's like a whole thing, but in the end they decide to stay the night. And then basically the world kind of just starts ending. The world basically just starts ending around them, but they still have no Wi-Fi, so they don't know what's going on. And then like no one's trusting anyone. They're like, okay, but like, I don't know if I should trust this person. So they don't like talk to each other about like the various signs that the world is ending to each other. And then so they're just like keeping secrets, and then they're like also kind of confessing secrets, and then they're like showing that anyways, there's like a lot of drama that happens, and it's not a bad movie. I would recommend watching it. It's not amazing. I think the ending could have been, I guess, a little better. It leaves, it's like, what's the saying? Like, there's more to be desired with the ending. But it was like, it was pretty decent. I don't have too much to say about this one. I feel like you just kind of had to watch it, and it's kind of hard to talk about it without spoilers. But it was a decent movie. It was like very suspenseful, especially the first half, which I enjoyed. And it wasn't too scary either. It was definitely creepy, but there weren't really any jump scares, I think, which was nice. And also, it wasn't gory. I hate gory movies, which I really appreciated. So yeah, would recommend if you're looking for like a good kind of thriller, apocalyptic kind of movie. Oh, actually, it was a little gory, just a little bit, but like not too bad. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It wasn't like, definitely not the best movie in the world, but Leave the World Behind would recommend overall. But just don't get your hopes up too much, because it's not that good. It's just like a decent watch if you're looking for something. But guys, you know what is good? You know what I really enjoyed? Saltburn. Okay, don't look up Saltburn if you're young. Saltburn is an adult movie for sure. Like, it's definitely 1,000,000% an adult movie. If you're not an adult, do not look up Saltburn. It's like it's for sure, for real an adult movie. But sounds fun. Kind of makes me think about Donnie Darko, but more boring. Oh, I actually saw Donnie Darko as like one of the movies to watch, but I decided not to watch it because it looked kind of old. I haven't watched Donnie Darko. Is Donnie Darko good? Maybe I should watch it. So you watched it? Yeah, I've been talking about Saltburn, but I finally got to watch it. I really liked it a lot. Just the aesthetic of it and the film cinematography was really good. It takes place in the UK in like this super fancy mansion, and it was kind of crazy because I had actually been to like a similar looking mansion IRL in the UK when I went on a UK trip, I think last year. So it felt like, I just remembered like when I was on the trip and touring that mansion, I was like, I can't imagine anyone living here. Like, it just doesn't feel real. Like, the place is so fancy. Like, it's like it just felt like a museum almost, you know? I was like, there's no way you could live here. Like living here, like it was like too fancy, you know? And then like in the movie though, they lived there and they're just acting like they live there. And I was like shook. It was crazy. But the movie itself, the plot, I enjoyed the plot personally. I know people didn't like the ending, but I thought the ending, okay, I feel like I kind of saw the ending coming, so it wasn't that big of a twist to me. But some people didn't like the ending, but I enjoyed the whole movie. The actors were all really good too, especially the main actor. He was so good in that movie, in Saltburn. It was crazy. But yeah, definitely an adult movie. I skipped the adult scenes. I skipped the adult scenes, but like there are adult scenes in the movie. Just a heads up. But yeah, I really enjoyed Saltburn, and I'm really glad I was able to watch it. Otherwise, I also watched Ghost Watch with my friends. This was my second time watching Ghost Watch actually. Ghost Watch, if you don't know, is it's a UK BBC movie, I think. It's like basically what is it called? Oh, okay, you guys all know Phasmophobia, right? It's like Phasmophobia basically, but like a television show. It's like if Phasmophobia was a television show, but then it's actually scary. Like, you know, usually like the IRL Phasmophobias aren't scary because like ghosts aren't real, and so they're just like, oh my gosh, did you hear that static? Or oh my gosh, there's like a white orb in the living room, and then you just see like a blurry little white dot on the camera, and it's like, oh, is that scary? And it's like, oh my gosh, it's 10 degrees here when it's 15 degrees over there. And, you know, it's like, I guess that's scary. But Ghost Watch was actually scary. Like, I don't usually jump during horror movies, but I jumped during Ghost Watch. Like, I like legit jumped, and my friend also jumped, and she jumped so high that like her blanket like flew in the air, and I thought it was a ghost, and I jumped even higher from that. I like double jumped. Like I jumped from the movie, and then I looked over, and there was like a floating blanket, and I jumped again in the air. But yeah, Ghost Watch would recommend. It's very family friendly, very family friendly. So double jumped, yeah. I defied the laws of physics. It was so scary. But yeah, would recommend watching it. It's very old at this point, so you could probably find it find it for free somewhere. So there's Ghost Watch, and then I also watched, okay, last but not least, everyone, my favorite movie that I watched on my trip was Asteroid City. So Asteroid City, I think, came out kind of recently. It's a Wes Anderson film. If you don't know, Wes Anderson is known for his like very creative stylistic movies. His movies just have like a Wes Anderson style. I say this like I'm an expert, but actually Asteroid City was my first Wes Anderson film. I actually went into it with kind of low expectations because I heard that his films were like really hard to understand. And so I was like, okay, I'm probably not gonna get it. I'm probably just gonna be bored the whole time. And honestly, that's kind of how I felt for the first half of it. But then like the plot twist came, and I just like I fell in love with the movie. And then like the message of the movie was really sweet too. Maybe not sweet, but it was just like I like the message of the movie. It's just kind of funny too. And of course, like the cinematography was like Wes Anderson. It was really great. It was really neat. The OST was nice, and the cast was like amazing. It was a star cast for real. I feel like if I was an actor, I would really want to act in a Wes Anderson film. It just looks fun to act in. Like, I don't know, his films are so crazy that it's like it looks like it would be fun to like play a Wes Anderson character because they're insane. And yeah, the characters themselves, like how they're written, made me. I loved all the characters. Like all of the characters were like really well written, I think. Even just like the side characters, I really like their like little side stories. So I would recommend Asteroid City. It's definitely not for everyone. Definitely like very confusing, very strange. Also, I think it's PG-13. 13, I think. I don't think there's any adult scenes. But I would, make sure before watching. um, but yeah, it was a really nice movie. I love it. Also, like, it's like about space, and like, I really like space, so I felt my vibes. Sounds like a fun movie. It is a fun movie. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what I went into it completely blind. Like, I didn't watch the trailer. I didn't read the synopsis. I just like saw the image, and it was like color graded really coolly. Like the color palette was really nice, and I was like, oh, looks like my cup of tea. So I watched it, and I liked it. But yeah, definitely really confusing. I had to like, I kind of got it by the end, but I did still have to read like the Reddit movie interpretations to like fully understand the movie, and I actually feel like there was like no right answer for like how to interpret the movie, which I thought was pretty cool. Like I read I read a lot of different interpretations, and I feel like they were all pretty, accurate in their own way, which I think was cool. Okay, yeah, those were the movies I watched. On my trip. Okay, so we're gonna shift over to some of the fun things I did, cause I was like on a business trip for most of it, but I did have like the weekends off, and I was still in San Diego, so I gotta do some fun things in the city with my friends. So I went to the zoo the first weekend, and then the second weekend, I did karaoke, and that was really fun because I got to sing, and it was also like not fun because I like the last day I was there, I went I really like karaoke because you just gotta sing your heart out, and also I really want to go there because there's no karaoke where I live. There's like a lot of karaoke in San Diego, but the last day I was there, I was like, let's go to karaoke to my friend, and she was like, sure. And then there were two other people there, and they're like kind of my friends, but like kind of not. It was my first time meeting them in person. They're my friends basically, and we've all played like games online before, but I had never met them in person really. So it was my first time meeting them in person, and so we were still getting to know each other. So like I was like, let's go to karaoke, and then they were like, sure. So we went to karaoke, and guys, only me and my one friend sang, and the other two just sat there. I felt so awkward. I was like, oh my gosh, it's just me. I'm just singing. No. I did karaoke last week. Right, karaoke is so fun. I want to do karaoke with you guys one day. But you're gonna have to just prepare yourself, because I'm gonna be really bad. I felt so bad for them, because what'd you sing? I felt bad for them because they just listened to my very poor renditions of various songs. Sorry, that would be me. My voice is terrible. Murder weapon. I mean, same here, but I still sang. Why go if not sing? I don't know. I think they went. I think they had confidence going into it, but I think once they got there, they lost that confidence. And then like I also started losing my confidence, but I was like, okay, but I was the one who brought this up, so I have to sing. And I was like, okay, maybe my bad singing is gonna inspire them to start singing, but I feel like it may have made it worse. My voice breaks halfway through, I feel that. But yeah, let's see. I think the song I'm really into singing these days is Put Your Records On by Corey Ann Bailey Ray, I think, something like that. I forgot her name, but I love that song. It's the three little birds sat on my window, da ba da ba da ba da da da. That song, like, girl, put your records on. That one. It's really nice. I've been really into singing that song lately. I'm not good at it, but it's been my go-to karaoke song. Also, 1999 by Charlie XCX and Troye Sivan for like the most random reason. I don't know how I discovered this song. I think it literally just popped up on Spotify, and I was like, let me sing it. And then I started singing. I was like, I don't know how to sing the song, but I kept going because I had to. I sung Memento Mori by Will Wood. I actually haven't heard that before, but it sounds like an intense song. Baby, oh baby, that's for sure an intense song. When I was 13, I had my first love. Coming above. She had me going crazy. Yeah, I was starstruck. I need to learn the rap for that. Yeah, we did karaoke. Group singing Baby sounds so fun. I feel like, yeah, just pop songs. It's just like, it's a fun time. Baby, 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 oh. We need to sing more. That was you. Oh, thank you. I know. But thank you. I really do want to do karaoke one day. I just need you all to be ready for a bad karaoke session, okay? I just need the expectations to be, understood that it's not going to be a good one. It's going to be a fun time, but you don't go there looking for the next breakout artist, okay? Anyways, what else? Oh, okay, wait. The highlight event, I think, of my trip was not karaoke. It was not the San Diego Zoo. It was the super scary escape room I did with my friends. So we did, I don't know, it was like, so this was with my friend who, like the group who did karaoke with me on the last day, where I was friends with one of them, and the other two I had only played like games online with. And so the game we played online was like Escape the Backroom, so it was like a horror game. So I was like, it was my first time meeting them, so I was like, I wonder if we should do something that's like kind of related to like the online game we played, because like we're used to escaping scary situations. I was like, let's do a scary escape room. So I found like this Texas Chainsaw Massacre escape room, and I heard good reviews about it, so I booked us for it. And then we were signing the waivers, and then the waiver was like, are you okay with paid actors touching you? And I was like, what? Like, is this? I was like, wait, does that like a real chainsaw? Like a real guy? Like a what? No, but like it was too late. We paid our $40 already, so I was like, okay. So I signed, the waiver, and then but I think my friend's friend had it worse, because I was like communicating with my friend, because like I didn't really know the other two people, so she was like communicating on my behalf, and then so she was the one who like invited them basically, and so they came, and then my friend goes to me and she's like, oh, by the way, I didn't tell one of my friends that this was gonna be a scary escape room. So that friend found out like at the escape room that it was gonna be scary. But guys, it was pretty scary. So it started off, there's 4 of us, and then we got the lore read out to us. So basically, guys, the lore was, we're 4 friends driving through the woods when our car breaks down for no reason, and then we remember we had passed by a shady looking building. So one of us decides to go back to see if there's someone we could ask for help over there. So then they asked us, which of you wants to volunteer to go out alone to that house? I was like, anyways, basically I was not picked, because I was very good at not making eye contact, and actually the girl who didn't know it was a scary experience at all volunteered, and so she just got dragged off by like the people running the escape room, and so now there's just 3 of us, right? And then they're like, okay, which one of you is not claustrophobic. Cause we're gonna need one of you to be stuck in a box for like 10 minutes. And then, I don't know why, but my friend just looked at me. She was like, Roy, you're not claustrophobic. I was like, I mean, I'm not, but luckily the other person there volunteered. Wait, being in a box would be amazing. I don't know. I was like, I don't like it when my fate relies on other people, right? So I didn't want to volunteer. I didn't want to wait for my other friends to unlock the box for me to be able to get out. So I say that, but later on you'll find out that my fate was reliant on other people anyway. But so that guy, he gets dragged off into a box, I guess, and now there's just two of us, and they're like, okay, put these blindfolds on and we'll walk you to your destination. And I'm like, what the heck? So then we get blindfolded, right? And then we just get walked over to like some unknown location, and I'm like in this place now, and then I feel the wall behind me. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's happening. I start singing in there in the box. Oh, wait, you're right, become a jukebox. Dang. Oh my gosh, I should have done that. I could have been like, 3 little birds, please open the box, please, I'm gonna die. Anyways, I was just against the wall, and then I feel metal against my wrist, and they're handcuffing me. And then the person's like, okay, don't wiggle out of these handcuffs. You have to find the key. I'm like, what the heck? I don't know how handcuffs work. I didn't know there's a key. So anyways, they tell us we're able to take the blindfolds off, so we take them off. And the first friend who went out to get help, she's stuck in a jail cell, basically. She's like in a jail cell, and she's handcuffed. And then one of the friend who's in a box, he's not actually in a box, like a box. He's more like in a coffin, and there's like a little slit at the eye place, so we could still see his face, basically. But he's just like in a coffin, and it stood right side up, so he's just like there in a coffin. And then my other friend is handcuffed, but like she's handcuffed to herself, as in like she has a handcuff on the right hand and a handcuff on the left hand. And me, at least now that you could say you've been handcuffed, I don't know if I want to say that. I don't know if that's something I want to bring up. Finally wait, is that a rice purity? Anyways, so she was handcuffed to herself. Me, guys, I was handcuffed to some random fridge. My left hand, no, it was my right hand. My right hand had a handcuff, and the other handcuff was tied to the fridge. Ah! Anyways, so basically I was stuck. There because like I couldn't run away because I was just tied to the fridge. And then we hear a voice, and it's like the person watching us, and they're like, by the way, if the man comes, make sure, as long as you're hidden and quiet, you'll be safe. And I was like, what the heck? He's gonna chase us? Like we had to hide from him? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm handcuffed. I was like, and I'm like looking for places to hide even though I'm handcuffed, and there's nowhere around my fridge, my little fridge, where I can hide. There's just the fridge. And the thing is, the fridge is also locked by chains, so I'm not actually handcuffed to the fridge directly. Basically, the fridge is like chained up, basically. And my other handcuff is tied to the chains. But like I can't even hide in the fridge, so I'm just stuck there. And like I'm like, oh no, and then I'm like panicking. I'm like trying to find the key to my handcuff, and then I don't notice this, but my other friend, she manages to get her handcuffs off, and then she manages to get the handcuffs for the person in the jail cell off, and then they're and now we're just looking for clues, and then guys, I'll just hear footsteps. And at this point, I'm still handcuffed to the fridge, and the footsteps are coming, and like we're literally just in the middle of looking for clues, like looking for puzzles. Hide inside the fridge. No, the fridge is locked. It's locked up. I can't open the fridge. So the lights just suddenly turn off, and I literally just huddle next to my fridge, and I'm just like, please think I'm part of the fridge. Please think I'm part of the fridge. Please. And I was so scared. I was just pretending to be part of the fridge. I think they realized that I wasn't part of the fridge because they like got really close, and I heard the chainsaw, and I was like, oh my gosh, if this was IRL, I would be IR dead. But it was okay because they didn't kill me. But they did. At one point, they grabbed the chain that my handcuff was tied to, and they started shaking the chain, and I was like, no, they're gonna kill me. I was so scared they were gonna drag the chain, and by and because of that, like by dragging the chain, they're gonna drag me into them. I was like so scared. I was like, oh, that's so romantic to do that, but like I was so scared, and I was just like closing my eyes and I try not to breathe. I was like, okay, maybe it's dark enough that they'll actually think I'm part of the fridge, but I don't know. I was really scared. Dig a hole. No, it's a concrete floor. I couldn't dig a hole. Basically, I was IR dead for real. Also, my rice purity score is hidden information. I don't think you'd pass as a fridge. I mean, my jacket's white. The fridge was white. That's like close enough, right? Okay, but guys, anyways, the lights come back on, and I'm still stuck to the fridge, and I'm like so upset because like I was stuck to the fridge, and then the voice comes from the intercom that's like, by the way, the key that opens one handcuff opens all the handcuffs. And then my friend goes like, oh, I didn't know that, because like she had unhandcuffed herself like a long time ago, and she's like, oh, Roy, I'm so sorry. And she finally unhandcuffs me after I've been handcuffed for the whole traumatic experience. Yeah, so I'm finally out, and we're able to like solve the things. And then the last thing we had to open was actually the fridge that I was tied to. And I like open it up, and as soon as I open the fridge door, okay, well, I opened the fridge door and there's like a dead body in there, which is fine because there've been like dead bodies everywhere at this point. But there's also a hole in the fridge, and then I open the fridge, I see the hole, and I hear the speaker guy go like, you guys better get going, he's coming. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I just dive into the hole basically. I crawl for my life because it's like a crawl space. Casual dead body. You don't understand. There were so many dead bodies in that room. I was over it. But like I was like thinking about like pretending to be a dead body and hiding, but I was like not bloody enough, so it wouldn't work. But I like crawled so fast, and then we got to like this really creepy dinner room. But like apparently, so like while like I think just like a few seconds after I opened the fridge door, the lights went out. The lights also went out. So I think one of my friends didn't realize that the fridge door was open. Or like they didn't realize there's a hole there. So they were a little slow in coming over. So like I safely made it to the other room. My friend safely made it to the other room, my other friend, and then the last friend, I just hear them screaming in the original room, and then they finally get through. They finally get through the crawl space, and they're missing a shoe, and they're just like, guys, he took my shoe. And then he just had to go through the whole rest of the escape room without a shoe. He was missing a shoe. He only had one shoe for the rest of the time. Yeah, it was interesting. And then also, okay, so we are in another room now. I'm using my Pixel genius brain puzzle solving skills, and I solve the room basically. And so there's like a locked door, right? And okay, it's hard to explain, but there's like, imagine a cylinder. Oh wait, a cylinder. Guys, think you're gonna have to use your imaginations because it's hard to explain this. But think of a cylinder. Think of a cylinder. But it's hollow inside. Like there's nothing on the inside. It's just like the outside of a cylinder. Like like the toilet rolls. Like after you use the toilet, there's like the cardboard roll like that. Imagine that, but like human sized. And then there's like one slit in it for you to go inside. So there was like that. Basically there's like a cylinder, and then it's like a door almost, where like you have to like rotate the cylinder to get to the slit, like the opening part. And then when you get inside the opening part, you could go inside, and then you could roll the cylinder again, and then you could come out like to the other side. I hope that makes sense. But anyways, there was like that thing. So I'm a little grain size, a little bit, kind of like that, but it's really small, and it's really like flimsy too almost. But like basically like you had to like roll the cylinder in order to like find the entryway. So I was just rolling the cylinder because like last time after we solved the room, like the guy came to like chase us, so I didn't want that to happen again. So I was like rolling the cylinder for my life. Like I was going so fast, and what is it called? I rolled it to the opening, and the guy was just right there inside the cylinder. You don't understand. Like I was right there. I was like, he was right there, and I was right there. And I like did not scream. I was so scared I didn't scream. I just like whacked the cylinder and like slid his face off, but like not in a gory way. I just like I just kept rolling the cylinder. I was like, nope. and then that scared me. Anyways, we're now in the final room. And there's like this fridge that we have to unlock, and so there's like a math equation we have to solve to unlock the freezer, like the fridge. And guys, I got caught out so hard because at this point we were kind of running out of time, and the person watching us, I think they were getting kind of frustrated at us because we were just not getting things. So they were like, okay, say the numbers you have to add up out loud. And then we said them out loud, and I was like, okay, I was like, do my brain math, right? I was like, I'm a calm pixel in this horror situation. Like, I'm not scared, I could do math. And then I like said my answer so confidently. I was like, oh my gosh, it's 13 for like Friday the 13th. I was like so confident. I was like, I get it. It's a reference to the movie Friday the 13th. I was like, 13. And then like literally as soon as I said that, the voice in the speaker was like, no, it's not. And then there's something else, but I was so embarrassed. You understand? Like, it was easy math. It was like 10 plus 4 minus 7 plus 8 or something like that. Like it was simple addition and subtraction with like simple numbers, and I was so confident. I was like, oh wow, I'm so smart, because 13, that just makes so much sense. But no, it was not 3. It was 3. The answer was 3. The answer was 3. Anyways, I just got called out so hard by that. Why would they include math in the escape room? Right? Why would they include math in the escape room? But anyways, we unlocked the freezer, and the guy's shoe is in there, so he puts his shoe back on, and then there's like a million keys, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we're just gonna have to go one by one. So I just like grab a key, and it doesn't work. I grab the second key. I'm like, wait, it goes in, but it's like the door's not opening. I'm like, what the heck? And then I realize I'm dumb and I'm turning the key the wrong way, so I'm locking the door instead of unlocking it. So I unlock the door, I open it up, and the guy's right there again, and he jumps in on me, and he's like, oh, with his chainsaw. I'm like, I'm gonna die. And then I was like, wait a second, since he jumped over me, now I could run through the door, even though my friends are now cornered in this room. I was like, maybe I should leave my friends, but I was like, maybe I shouldn't. And I was like debating if I should abandon my friends or not. And then he took off his mask and he was like, JK, I'm a normal person. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then it was over and we won. I was actually really proud of it because apparently like he showed us the statistics later and there was only like 40 teams that beat the room, but there was like 80 teams that didn't beat the room. So I was like, whoa, like we were pretty good even though we needed help with math. How rude of him. Right? He should have just killed my friends and I could have been the only survivor and then I could have been famous. I could be like, yeah, it was so traumatic, my friends died, but like check me out on YouTube. I'm Royai Milk Channel. Wow. Dang. Okay. That was my escape room experience. We should do an escape room together. Online one day, watching me scream my head off. Clickbait your friend's death. Yeah, I feel like I was the one who was involved in the escape room murder case of 2024. But yeah, actually overall, that was my trip. That was my last story for my trip. Just checking my notes here. Dang, I spent an hour and 30 minutes talking about trip. That's kind of crazy. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Good solving the room. Yeah, I was actually really proud of us for it. Even though we like needed a million hints and they just like basically did the math for us, but like, you know, we won. That's so short compared to average Amori stream. That's true, but okay, but this stream I'm talking the whole time, you know? That takes a lot of brain energy. I'm kind of low on that. But anyways, I guess speaking of horror stuff, there's a horror game I wanna play that I'm thinking of playing. It's called let me see if I could find it. Apparently this is a really scary horror game. So I was thinking of that I might just play this one on Twitch and then upload to YouTube later. Just because I heard it's just like very violent, I guess. So I want to like save YouTube streams for like things that are more accessible for everyone, and then this Twitch stream may just be like 18 and older. I don't have Twitch. Oh, no worries. So I do also want to upload it on YouTube though, so people who don't have Twitch can still watch it if they wanted to. But that's my plan for probably my future Twitch streams, and I may also have a collab coming up, maybe. But anyways, YouTube. I found a Duolingo replacement because that owl was getting a little annoying at this point. Not really, but but I found a new Japanese game to play, so I think I'm gonna try to play that next week. So look forward to that. And then also, I think I mentioned this before, but the YouTube game I'm gonna play for at least a little bit is Little Goody Two Shoes, which is also kind of a horror game. But I've heard a lot of good things about it, so I'm really excited for it. I think it's like not as scary, but I think that's just because the other game is like really scary. What's that other game called? Give me a second to find it. But yeah, my goal is to use this weekend. Honestly, guys, I'm really behind on stream stuff. I wasn't able to do anything all of my trip, and I was actually gonna planning on like returning, like just do streams as normal last week, but I just had so much work. I came back to 300 emails I finally got to 25 emails on Friday, but I was just like so busy just catching up on work that I didn't have time. I didn't have the mental capacity to work on my stream. So this weekend, my goal is to just work on my stream stuff. So I'll try to have a schedule out sometime this weekend as well. What's the game called though for Twitch? It's called Shipwrecked 64. Shipwrecked 64. Came across the new game for learning Japanese, but it's not out yet. It's called Wago. Oh, okay, wait. I haven't heard of that one. Wagotabi. Oh, okay. I'm gonna bookmark this. Oh wait, I think I've seen this one before. It's like the RPG one. Q4 2024. Oh, that's so far away though. Okay, I'm still gonna bookmark it though. Sounds cool. Yeah, Shipwrecked 64. My friend said it's really cool, but I just think it's really scary, so I don't want to play it on YouTube because I don't want to stream like streams that like only an older audience can watch, because I heard Shipwreck 64 just gets too intense sometimes for a all ages kind of audience. So I think I'm gonna just do it on Twitch and just upload to YouTube. But otherwise, what is it called? 300 emails. Yeah, it was a long week for me. A very mature audience. There is another horror game that I'm gonna stream on. I mean, Little Gay Two Shoes is kind of horror game, but there's another like more horror game that I'm also gonna stream on YouTube. It's in the works. It's in the works. I just need to figure out my schedule still. Busy with finals? Oh wow. Oh, I guess it did work out then. Okay. I think that's probably gonna be it for today's stream. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being so patient with me, and thank you guys for enjoying my videos, and thank you guys for hopefully enjoying the stream. Today was my very first just chatting stream, kind of on YouTube, just like talking about random things, and I was kind of nervous. I was kind of nervous that like I wouldn't have things to talk about, and that would be really boring, and that everyone would leave because I have boring stories. But thank you guys for coming, and I do hope you enjoyed listening to what I was talking about. I don't even remember what I was talking about, but thank you all. And I hope you guys look forward to me coming back soon. Welcome back. Thank you everyone. Okay, I'm a little out of breath and I still need to eat, so this will be all for today. You guys, make sure to take care of yourselves. You ever censor those pics? Yeah, I'll try to remember to upload them, the zoo pictures. But yeah, thank you all for coming. Thank you. Take care of yourselves, stretch, eat a yummy meal, especially because I talked about so much yummy food today. You guys better treat yourselves too. Your excuses, because Roy talked about eating yummy food. You guys should be eating yummy food as well. Thank you all for coming. Pixel out.
手に見えますのはことざアルファセイベが左手に見えるのはシリウス製の指輪車掌は冗談交じりの挨拶と笑い声乗せかけ出したミルキーウェイ予定の時刻通りメトロポリス汽車から見下ろす煙を出して愛想薄まく良くするために身を粉にして働く忙しすぎて見えなくなってくスーパーノーベルフラッシュバックでキングスマンク 駅のサテライトはカフェに繋がる行列。仕方ないと戻る車内で出会った少年は何やら機械の体を探しアンドロメダへ向かう。そうだ彼の未来にど